Wanted to tap into your primal instincts every now and then? Fishing can help cope with this void. Many people consider fishing as a hobby, a means to deal with some free time, but most importantly, it's a way of survival. In this speech, I would like to inform you about the proper ways of how to fish while avoiding rookie mistakes. I would do this by demonstrating the various parts put into a generic fishing rod, and followed by demonstrating how artificial bait and live bait can be used and some of the proper techniques in actually casting out your fishing line. A modest fishing rod can cost anywhere between $20 to $30. But with that being said, every fishing line has the same generic foundations. So you have, from descending order, you have the tip, which carries the hook and the fishing line, and you have these gills, which serve as checkpoints and a way to hold all these strings in place. Your fishing line, if you will. Coming down to the base of it, you have the hook holder, where you'd actually place the fishing line, the cast holder, where you hold the fishing rod, the spin reel, which of course is for the fishing line, and the base, where you actually hold it. Now, the bottom portion of the fishing rod serve as a means of actually holding and reeling in your cast of the day, whereas the upper portion of the fishing rod serve as a means of stability. So keep in mind, you're going to be catching fish and many other objects from this portion of the rod, so it's very important that it's strong, it's durable. In hindsight, many people get deteriorated from the size of the fishing rod, but not many people know that it's actually interchangeable parts, and you can adjust everything. So the place in which you hold the line could actually be readjusted, and you could actually dismantle it from the rod here as such. But it's not just enough to know how to assemble a fishing rod. You have to have a preference in terms of bait. So we have what we call as artificial bait. Now, these are genetically modified by industries to either give off pheromones, wiggle in water, glow in the dark even, all with the same purpose of catching fish. Now, according to saltstrong.com, typically artificial bait is used to catch in and lure a variety of different kinds of fish. So this is a good starter kind of bait. As you notice, some of these actually have hooks on them, whereas others don't. So you'd have to know how to hook the artificial bait alike. Now, you also have live bait, and for this purpose I will not take it out of the bag, because if slimy creatures are more of your forte, this would be the right choice for you. Now, live bait can be anything from worms, leeches, even crickets. It's generally anything that you find outdoors, outside in the woods. Now, just because it's called live bait, it does not mean it has to actually be alive. It could be dead. And according to saltstrong.com, live bait is typically used to catch like monstrous, freak show kinds of fish. World record kinds of fishes. Now, just knowing how to assemble your typical rod and which preference of bait you do want to use, there's also techniques in actually wielding and casting your fishing rod. So the safest kinds of technique would be the frisbee cast throw, which is exactly what it sounds like. You want to be in the frisbee-like position, and you want to throw it from your least dominant side. So if you're right-handed, you want to throw it from the left side, and vice versa. Because as you can see, it's thrown from the side, and the only target of danger would be that side that you're actually throwing it from. Now, there's also an infamous overhead throw, which is the rave of every fisherman. Now, this one can come with a cost of danger, but you could definitely get much more of a distance between this one, which is typically why fishermen would use this cast throw. Now, it's very important and very efficient to want to know all the mechanisms involved in fishing. So that would be assembling the fishing rod, your preference in bait, as well as the kind of technique you want to know. So it's very experimental in your part. So hopefully through my speech you learned a little bit more than the typical amateur when it comes to fishing. And the next time that you decide to go fishing or have the urge to go fishing, you know a little bit more. Thank you.